cooling. I'm cooling.
Cool, man. Thank you so much for being on the show, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You already know.
Yo, so and I see that you are streaming this through your Facebook right now, I believe.
Yeah,
All right, so shout out to all of those that's listening through your Facebook. Shout out to the listeners there as well. Um, so where you from, man?
man. I'm from DeLand, Florida, man. A little city, man. Like about 30 minutes away from Daytona Beach. You know.
Okay, you're out there in Florida. That's what's up. Nice warm weather and everything.
Yeah, climate's change. It has up and downs.
That is true. But with the weather, it'll be a little cold here and there, but it'll have its warm days for the most part. And it's definitely one of those places I wish I can live in. And I live in Kentucky for crying out loud. I mean, I love Kentucky,
Oh man.
but I would rather have the Florida weather for the most part. I'm
Yeah.
just saying to all my
Yeah.
to my Kentuckians out there. And I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way too. So I don't want to hear no hypocrisy from my fellow Kentuckians whatsoever. But with all that being said, man, how did you get started into hip hop?
Man, I started at a young age, man. At the age of 8 years old, man. Getting into music. My family musically inclined, and it just pretty much inspired me, saying to continue on with the legacy of my family and everything that it is because, I don't know, it's just I don't know for the fact I always had a passion, I always had a love for it. So, always been the type to the one to encourage people and inspire. And so, music was one of my outlets of releasing like the things that it was my experiences or what it is I was going through in life and stuff like that to be able to share my story with others. So and from there it kind of took off. So, um I started at age of 8 producing beats, and then later on, it wasn't until later on I didn't get into like rapping and writing and stuff until about the age of 15 years old. Started taking my career serious.
That's what's up, man. You definitely started a young age, being inspired through family, and what was their reaction when you pretty much told them, "I'm gonna be a rapper, I'm gonna be a hip hop artist"?
Well, their first reaction really honestly was stay in school, what I'm saying, the stay in school and to further my education and to, what I'm saying, getting my degree in what is it, audio engineering, because I had a passion for audio engineering. But it was a lot of different things that it is I got into at an early age, because I was more so into computers a lot. So I was deep in graphic design, and what I'm saying, I was deep into like what it was, production and a whole different lot of other stuff avenues. Um but yeah, that was their first reaction, their first response. They was like, stay in school, stick to it, what I'm saying, and don't give up on your dream no matter how hard it is, what I'm saying, it may seem to be.
That's a good family you got there, man. I definitely respect that. Anytime, because sometimes people want to discourage you. People want to say that, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you thinking? Like, you shouldn't be doing this." But for your family to say, "Okay, you can do this. Just make sure you go to school, get your education, get your degrees.
Mhm.
Make sure you have a plan B and everything." And I respect that. Respect the family for just saying
Yeah.
that. So shout out to the family, Genesis out there, for for keeping the options open. Let's just put it that way. Um,
Yeah.
so oh man, I got a chance to play some of your songs a little bit earlier.
Oh,
Um,
did you?
yeah, I did. I played a little bit earlier. I play some songs off your All or Nothing record. Um, I heard some of the
Okay.
songs a little bit earlier today as well. Gave it a listen, just get a feel of what Young Genesis is all about, and you're a talented dude. You're a talented artist. You definitely got the vibes. You got the good vibes and everything. What
I
was
appreciate that, man.
so? What was it like recording this record, and what made you decide to call it All or Nothing?
Well, the whole concept of it was during the time I was in school. Um, you know what I'm saying? I've been going through some ups and downs, and I was just it was just like it just came to a breaking point in my life. Either I go hard or what I'm saying, or not. You know what I'm saying? This is it. This is my big opportunity, my big chance to shine. So I was just like, what I'm saying, either put in my all or just give it up at this point. Like I said, I was dealing with a lot of different experiences during the time while I was in school, man, and I felt like uh school wasn't for me. It wasn't my thing. It was just for a fact that my family, they always would encourage me, saying to stay in school, but everything that else, I mean, everything that is that I kind of like turned out to do, I always led back to music, and I was just like, it was just something that I couldn't, stray away from pursuing my passion and what it is, I so desired to do, you feel me? So, I mean, that's how pretty much that came about, the whole concept of all or nothing, that, honestly, it came to a point in time of me self-teaching myself and educating myself on what it is I needed to learn and how to progress and cultivate my craft into making greater content and to be able to explain my story, express my story in the way that it is that I felt, about the stuff that I was going through and for people to relate to it. So, I mean, that's how that came about.
So All or Nothing, name of the record from Young Genesis. It is indeed available on all digital music platforms. My preference is
Yes, sir.
Spotify. My preference is Spotify because I'm a Spotify junkie. I'm not apologizing for that whatsoever. That's you know, obviously we in a digital era of not just hip hop but music in general. You know, CD copies. The sales are not what they used to be, but at least you got the digital and people can literally hear it from anywhere. Um,
Yeah.
So whatever your preference is, whether it's Pandora, whether it's iTunes, if iTunes still exists, I heard kind of like died down or whatever. Apple Music, obviously, Google Music, etc. So support this homie, man. All or Nothing. It is a dope record. Um, with spring coming at you about a month away, definitely gonna get you into the spring season for sure. So
Yeah.
it's got them vibes. So I definitely suggest you listen to it. Definitely on your weekdays, on your weekends. Just get you out of the bad moods. Because music can help get you through hard times. So this is
Oh
a
yeah, definitely.
such an incredible record. Um, from people that has heard this record, what are some of the standout songs from people that's told you as far as what's the more popular songs from the reactions and the reviews you've been getting about this record?
Well, the first song that really kind of took off at this point was "Throw It Back," and that was a summer record that I did during the time of 2019 from in school, and I kind of just built my fan base based off that. When everybody was listening to it, and so from there then came about Only Us. It was another record that I dropped let me see, another record that I did was also Bestie, as in best friend, that I've done. And so I would say those three, but it's quite more like Must Be in Love and Rainbows and other couple few records that I did that kind of like took off. But those three are the main ones that pretty much, you know what I'm saying, took it from there.
I played Throw It Back. That's
Going
definitely,
back,
yeah, I Throw It Back.
yeah,
I played that one. That's definitely one of my favorite, probably my favorite of the whole record for sure. Um,
yeah,
yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory if you listen to the lyrics and everything. Uh, so you just people gonna take it how they want it, but just it's a dope track. So let me just say that. So
yeah.
all or nothing available on all your digital music platforms. Go stream it. Go
Hmm.
purchase it. And once you do all that, you tell your friends about it. Tell your families about it. Tell your aunts, your nieces, and nephews. And once,
Everybody, go
and,
tell
and,
everybody
yeah,
about it.
yeah, just
You feel me?
yeah. So just spread it. Just spread it. Don't be hiding
Yeah,
the good music for yourself. Sharing is caring. So
right.
just spread the word about it, for sure. So now with this record already out and people has gotten a chance to hear it, what's next for Young Genesis in the next month or two as we get into the spring season? You about to shoot music videos? You about to do shows? Like what's next for Young Genesis and then in the next few weeks or so?
Well, definitely, the move is to do some more shows, man, at a few schools that I'm working on. You know what I'm saying, performing at, and also dropping a couple more music videos, man, to get more visual content out there, which I really think the people really wanting right now and what they looking towards for the next thing as far as my content goes is definitely the visuals. So that's pretty much right now what I'm working on between the shows and the video content I'm getting ready to put out soon.
So for people that wants to keep in touch with you and keep in track and what you have in store next, where people can go to as far as social media feeds like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, where can people go and keep in touch with you?
Man, y'all can follow me on YouTube, man. Be sure to go subscribe, man. Rate, comment, and subscribe, man. I drop content just about every week, if not every other week. You know what I'm saying? And you can follow me on Instagram as well as Facebook. You know what I'm saying? My Instagram is YoungGenesis6, as in YUNGGENESIX. You know what I'm saying, on the gram. And just plain Young Genesis on Facebook, which is GENESIS. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can follow me on there. And then also, um, you can follow me on all digital platforms globally, from iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, and everything else, Apple Music, and all that good stuff.
Well, it was great chatting with you. Thank you so much for taking the time for doing this
Yeah.
interview. And also thank you for streaming this interview through your Facebook fan page. Um, Appreciate that. Again, shout out to all the listeners through your Facebook fan page, and just keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm definitely gonna keep on streaming All or Nothing. I really, really enjoyed this record. So, and I'm known for supporting local artists here in Kentucky. I do my best to support artists all over, all over the
Yeah.
country. So it's an independent type of thing. Independent, unsigned, anyone that's just hungry, that's just determined and want to get themselves out there. I'll definitely do my best to spread the word because there's a lot of good music out there. It ain't just about the mainstream. That's just me.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
And
No doubt, man.
And continued success. Keep doing what you're doing, man. And hopefully we'll have you back on in the future.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad for you having me.
Yes,
And
sir.
shouts out Kentucky, man. Hey, I appreciate the love and support to everybody, man. One love.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to the Bluegrass State. Shout out to Florida, Daytona Beach, Miami, which had a busy weekend last week for obvious reasons. But we ain't gonna get into all that. But unless you're a San Francisco 49ers fan, my condolences. They still recovering.
uh,
Um, I'm gonna just leave them alone.
I, yeah, I don't think you want to make some people upset. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I mean, I had some 49er fans that I'm friends with, so
Yeah.
I had a little fun in their expense on Monday, um, but congrats to the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, black quarterback winning a Super Bowl at Black History Month. Things are looking pretty good for the brothers. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
But all or nothing from Young Genesis. Go stream it, go purchase it, and spread the word about it. So, and you have a good night, man. You enjoy the rest of your weekend.
All right, you too, man. All right.